Come on, Gabe. Hey. You're not sick, are you? Were you just faking a fever last night? Were you just faking that fever last night? Alright, it's time to mix up the HCG. Remember that powder? Have to pop that open. Pop open the saline. We need a syringe. And then need an 18 gauge mixing needle. Keeping everything sterile. I washed my hands before I did this. Now we need to get 1 milliliter of the saline. Let's turn this down a little bit so we can see better. There we go. That just goes through the rubber top. Put in some air so that it comes out easier. Otherwise we're going to try to make a vacuum, basically. And that is about 1 milliliter right there. So you can see that that's approximately at the 1 milliliter line right there. So I'm going to drop back a little bit. Then let's watch this cool stuff happen here. See that powder in there? I'm going to put this in. Then watch what happens to the powder. I put the liquid in. There it goes. All gone. I have to swirl it around, make sure everything is good and dissolved in there. There. Now if you look at that, it just looks like clear liquid. So before we take this one off, we have to put this needle back in, turn it upside down, and I have to make sure that I draw out every little bit of this. So if you can see in that little gap there, I'm pulling the needle all the way down as far as I can towards the rubber stopper to make sure I get everything out. I'm supposed to use all 10,000 units of HCG. Now you can see that there's pretty much nothing left in there. Now I make sure that everything's out of the needle, so I pull it back a little bit further. Put that top on. The way I do that is very carefully put it over the needle and drop it to make sure it's actually on the needle before I push it on. Listen for the click. Take off the 18 gauge needle. We're done with that one now. That will go in the sharps container. Then I open up the 27 gauge needle and put that on just like I had with 18 gauge needle. So that's clicked on, and we pull off the cap for the needle. There, now you can see it. See how small that is? That's not too bad. It's the same as an insulin needle. Then I have to prime this, which means I push it all the way up, get all the air out until I just barely see liquid coming out of the needle. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit too far. So that is ready to go for the shot now. All right, now to prep myself for the shot, I need my gauze pad and my alcohol wipe, and then of course the shot itself. So the way we do this is pull the shirt up, pick somewhere around my belly button, like an inch away and a little bit below it. So with 3 prior twin pregnancies, I've got plenty of skin down there. It's kind of humorous, actually. Wipe off a good large area. Prep the gauze pad so that I can just grab it when I'm done. I don't expect that this will bleed much, but you just have it there in case. Open up my needle again. So pinch the skin so that there's some tension on it. If there's no tension on it, then the needle's not going to go in as smoothly. And it's going to hurt a lot more. There we go. It's all the way in. Now just push the plunger in slowly. And just like always, it stings just a little bit. Just take it slow. There's no rush once the needle's in. And then I leave it in for about 5 or 10 seconds after I finish the shot. And pull it out. Little dot of blood there, not too bad. Put the gauze pad on that. And then take the needle cap, since I'm running out of hands. Very carefully put it on the needle. I do not recommend doing this with your toes. Just don't do as I do. So that's that shot down. And then rub it a little bit to make sure everything gets worked in. If this were a stim cycle with an egg retrieval at the end of it, I would have to do a lot more of these with some much nastier meds. So I'm glad for these frozen transfers that I only have to do it one time. While we're sitting here, let's take a look at this 3-time twin mom belly. How do you like that overhang? I still don't have a lot of extra fat because I weighed just the same as I did, say, 5 years ago or so, but it's just a lot of laxity. I mean, look at this. This is just loose. Here is the needle that I just stuck in my stomach. That can go in there, and now it's filed. We're also going to take that drawing up needle and put it in the sharps container. That's the end of my first night of shots. And I only have to do the HCG shot one time. Progesterone I'm going to have to do for, I think it's about 10 weeks total. We are 2 days out from the embryo transfer. Misha's been sick all week. I thought Gabe was getting sick too because he had a fever last night, but he doesn't seem to have a fever this morning. He's just kind of clingy. In any case, we skipped going to the YMCA. I contacted a couple of friends to see if they would be available to come and help Jeff with the kids on Friday, just in case some more kids get sick. I'm very thankful that my mom has been available this weekend to help on Monday and today. well, I've had sick babies. That's made the days go a lot smoother. And then yesterday, one of our friends took the 4 big kids for the morning to have a play date with her son. So I was able to get food ready for the rest of the week. That way, if Jeff has to, excuse me. I was about to lose a baby off the side of the chair. If Jeff comes back from the Y on Friday and has to get the kids a quick dinner, I made some grilled cheese sandwiches that he can just put in the microwave. The last couple of nights I've done my own shot and it's actually gone really well. I might keep doing that and just let Jeff off the hook, I guess. I'm really looking forward to my day out by myself on Friday. Gabe wants to go along, but nah, he's not coming. I'm thinking I want to make up a vlog set in my office. So I might stop by maybe some Goodwills or St. Vincent de Paul. We call them locally St. Vinny's. Or maybe some antique malls. I don't know, somewhere to get some inexpensive decor, just for a corner in my office. What do you think? What would look nice in the background? So here we are, 2 days out from frozen embryo transfer number 4. I just had probably what will be my last workout before the embryo transfer. And since Friday is normally a workout day and I'm supposed to be on bed rest after the transfer, I will probably miss that workout. I missed Monday's workout because Misha was sick. And today's workout... So I kind of had to wing it on that one. But at least I got something. That's better than nothing. It's always a little strange going into these embryo transfers because in and of itself, an embryo transfer is not that big of a thing. Like I said before, it's just a doctor appointment. I show up, have a procedure done, lay around for an hour, and then I'm done. But I always have the sense that it's a life-changing event. Because, I mean, we're probably creating 1 or 2 more people. Which, that's kind of a big thing. Pregnancy seems like such a run-of-the-mill daily thing, and it is. But it's still a life-changing event. And I know I have 6 kids. I have 3 sets of twins already. I might have a 4th set of twins. Maybe we'll only have 1. I hope we only have 2. No more than 2, please. We'll love any babies we have if we have 3, 4, whatever. That's extremely unlikely. But I'm good with 2 because I have 2 hands. Anyhow, having 6 kids already, it might not seem like adding 1 or 2 more is as big of a deal. I mean, I don't have to adjust to being a new mom and changing my entire lifestyle. I've already done that, and that was really hard. Maybe someday I'll tell that story, but that was probably the hardest thing I have ever done. But it's still a big deal. I don't know if other moms of large families feel that way too, but I think it's a big deal. On top of this being a life-changing event, creating more people for our family, I'm also a little concerned about the short-term part of it, getting through a pregnancy, especially that first trimester. In my last 3 pregnancies, I have been very tired and kind of queasy. I mean, not as bad as some people have it, that they're throwing up all the time or, God forbid, have hyperemesis gravidarum. That's where they throw up all the time basically uncontrollably, and quite often lasts beyond first trimester, and quite often again can land people in the hospital for fluids. I've never had it near that bad, and I can usually control it pretty well with maybe a little bit of ondansetron, which is also known as Zofran, and also paying attention to my diet and resting when I need to. But the fatigue really gets to me, especially if I'm trying to take care of the other 6 kids. I'm so glad that we have a lot of help, but I'm still a little worried about keeping up. I managed to get through last time. When I had 4 kids, I was pregnant with Misha and Gabe, and I know I'll make it through this again. It's just sometimes when I walk straight into these things, I know I can make it. I just have no idea how I'm going to do it, and I just hope and pray that I can do it with some semblance of grace. One of the things I hope I can change about this pregnancy compared to the last 3 is I hope I stick with my workouts a lot better. And I know that's within my control, but it's really hard to stay committed with the fatigue in first trimester. I was listening to a video from a while ago, I think it was August of 2018, from our Family Farmhouse. I'll tag the video below. And she was talking about her top 10 tips for pregnancy. And she filmed this video when she was 35 weeks pregnant with her twins after having 3 prior singleton pregnancies. And her final and biggest tip was to stay active in whatever way you can. And I've done okay staying active as far as I get up and move around and do my daily stuff. I would walk to work during my first 2 pregnancies. I didn't work during my 3rd one. And during my 3rd pregnancy, I was still chasing kids around the house. But I never really kept up with my gym workouts, and I really wish I had. So, all of you, help me stay accountable. Ask me if I did my workout. Tell me that I forgot my workout this week, or what did you do for your workout? I'm counting on all of you to help me stay accountable to working out this time, okay? Thanks.